Instead of science talk tonight, it'll be tech talk.
It's a mix between TED Talk and TikTok.
Ugh, right. Should we present it in the form of a TED talk?
Yeah, why not?
All right, yeah, we'll take turns. And
You know, what's so funny is like I've seen a TED Talk, but I don't know. Like if someone was like, "Hey, go do a TED Talk right now," I wouldn't know how to do it.
there's a great video out there somewhere where a guy does a video doing the typical TED Talk. He's talking about nothing. He's explaining something with his hand, and he goes to the other part of the stage and says, "And now I'm going to move to this part of the stage and tell you something interesting over here."
Is he? Oh, it was like a parody.
He's talking like that, yeah. And
okay, funny.
I'll find it. It's good. I'll get to just watch that, and we'll have a TED Talk.
Are TED Talks anything other than people just talking down to large crowds?
Let me
maybe
tell you about knowing.
Yes.
You don't know. You think you do, but no.
Gather around, peasants.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? That's what I'll do. You know why? Because
you know why?
Here we go. His own TED Talk on his TED Talk.
Here it is, you guys. I got my first dose of the vaccine today.
Hell yeah.
Okay. I got lucky. I was on a waiting list in a surplus area where there's a small town. So eventually I got called and I got it. It was great. And I got scheduled for my second one.
Hell yeah.
So when you get your first vaccine, you immediately feel better than everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
You think you're better than everyone else.
Yes.
That's probably the chips, right?
If I talk like a superior asshole in tonight's episode, just let me know. Just bring me down a notch.
Sure. No.
I might start saying things a little aloof. I might use other big words that you guys probably wouldn't understand.
Wow.
This motherfucker.
Just so happens that I think we have a new word. Is that right? Speaking of words?
We do, and
This
amazing segue. Hi guys,
okay.
It's Mark, Jeff, and Steven from the Homies VR Comedy Podcast.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah,
we're here. Welcome to Steven's TED Talk this evening, where he makes us feel like shit in front of a crowd. And right. Mark is correct with his amazing segue. We do have a new word. This week's word brought to us by Laser Chance.
Oh wow.
Which Steven probably already knows because he got the vaccine.
I guarantee he knows. At least he'll act like he does and tell us that we're wrong.
Send the word to me and I will instantly tell you what it is.
Here it comes to your ears on a silver platter, Steven.
Okay.
Absquatulate.
Oh. That's basically when you know the exact location of Bigfoot.
God damn it.
Absquatulate?
Yeah, this
comes from Sasquatch, but it's
God. Now he's giving us the Latin origin of it.
He's using it in a sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Hunters used to absquatulate towards Bigfoot all the time, but they could never find him.
Is that Jeff? Is that true? Is that the real definition?
Well, why don't you take a swing at it and see?
I think it's trying to explain to someone while you take a shit.
Okay.
Yep. Absquatulate.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. We've all been in that situation.
Wait. You said your definition was you're explaining something to someone while you're taking a shit? That's what you...
Right. The explainer is doing the exquapulating.
But how often is that happening?
How often do you know where Bigfoot is? What the fuck is my definition?
Are you on the phone with someone? Okay.
Yeah, you could be on the phone. Yeah, it doesn't have to be in person. Okay. But yeah, it's funny you say that because the picture in my head was a man in the woods and he's got to take a shit, but the conversation cannot wait. And so he is squatting and the other person is literally 3 feet from him as he shits.
Jeff, who's most right?
Oh, like an attorney only asking questions he already knows the answer to. Of course it's you, Stephen. Of course you and your big TED brain.
My vaccine brain. Go
Your
ahead.
vaccine brain full of those Bill Gates chips.
That's
Absquatulate is to leave abruptly.
Oh, okay.
Very much like an Irish goodbye, which is why Laser Chance sent us to us,
great.
because it fits us.
Nice.
That's great. That's a great
Well,
one. Wow.
All big
Thanks,
fans
Laser
of the
Chance.
Irish goodbye.
Yeah,
That's great.
squatulate.
That's a good one. You could say that at a party and no one will know what you mean.
And then
And while
You guys
they're
want to absquatulate from this party?
and just so everybody's clear, it's absquatulate.
Squat. You late.
I may have ran over it a little quickly at first.
Just
so
like
we're-
Okie typed right there in chat. That's great. That's a good one.
it's a fantastic word.
Yes.
I'm glad I'm knowing that one now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How would you use it in a sentence, though? Would you be like, I absquatulate? That doesn't make sense. He absquatulated?
The yeah. Well, I guess you can't use the word in. Let me look it up.
Yeah, that sounds like you're explaining what you saw. The man it absquatulated. No, that sounds
The cashier absquatulated with the funds.
Okay.
huh. Okay.
All right.
A frontiersman preparing to absquatulate and head for the wilderness.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so like some Johnny Appleseed shit.
Right.
Interesting. Okay.
Well, that is all us peasants down here had Stephen. So if you
Oh, yeah?
the floor is yours if you would like to
Thank you.
shower us with your
Knowledge. Right.
knowledge.
I finished your sentence actually. So
Better than I could.
Ahead of us. He's ahead of
actually,
us.
Marky, you started this topic tonight. You went down a rabbit hole recently. Why don't you lead our cocks into the discussion?
Sure. So I was on YouTube thinking about you guys' cocks. And I know and I
Bless you.
yeah. And I basically was, stuff pops up on your feed and I was like, oh, what is this? It's, I heard something, one of my friends talking about Bitcoin. And I was like, all right, I'll look into this. And then another one popped up and it was like a Bitcoin or Ethereum. And I go, well, what the fuck's Ethereum? And they're like, oh, well, Ethereum is like Bitcoin, but you can buy NFTs. I'm like, well, what the fuck's an NFT? God damn. Every definition I'm getting has another definition in it. I don't know what the hell's going on.
So you went down a rabbit hole, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I looked up these NFTs, which is, what is it called? It's a
Nice fucking titties.
It's a
Myrtle Beach,
non-fuckable
the bitch
token.
fell off t-shirt. And say that, Stephen.
A non-fuckable token. It's a digital asset that no matter how hard you try, you cannot stick your dick into it.
Right. What is it? Non-fungible?
Non-fungible.
Non-fungible token.
Yeah.
What's the
Right.
definition of fungible?
Dude,
Oh,
don't make me say it. Something else.
I'm surprised you guys don't know this.
I'm asking Daddy Ted over here. Don't
Where are
worry.
my glasses?
So I can take them off. Fungible or replaceable. You can't. So a token that you can't replace. Right. A non-fungible token.
So you
You must know.
So instead of saying non-fun, you could just say a losable.
No, because we're going to talk about blockchain.
Mm-hmm.
So I can explain all of that for you guys.
Oh my God. Is this really the whole show tonight?
Go ahead. Go ahead, Mark, and try to explain what you were saying earlier.
Yeah, I like the word how he emphasized try. Because I feel like every 3 seconds I'm going to be stopped. So
this is a character tonight that I'm doing.
This is what happens when you get vaccinated. So make sure that right when you do it, get around your friends and show how fancy you are. So you got these non-fungible tokens, which basically, in a sense, is digital art. That's what it's come down to. And with these non-fungible tokens, they are coded to where you have the original. Basically, you can buy, I guess the example people have used, like for instance, the Mona Lisa. You can buy the Mona Lisa, quote unquote, whatever digital, like the original digital version of new art coming out or whatever. And you basically kind of say, this is mine. I own this piece of art, even though it's on your phone. And you can look at it or show it to people on your phone. And it's like people can have I don't know what the fuck am I saying, dude. Like,
good night, everybody.
Yeah, you like what here, and I guess this is where I'm getting tripped up on, Steven. So please,
he will. Don't worry, you don't have to ask.
Please pull down your pants and bestow your knowledge on all of us. But this is the part where I'm getting tripped up on. Is like, I don't get. And of course, your art has a specific ID where it's like, that is the original. Everything else is a fake, or not. Yeah, it's a fake basically. But like, if you see it and I see a fake, but it's like the same quality or the same image, then what does it matter? But apparently, this huge, it's starting to get really hot of digital art being bought, and I don't understand it. And I am trying to understand it because I don't want to be old.
Yeah.
I guess, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I don't want to be, I don't want to be the old man that carries around just cash and like credit cards. Okay. You're like, all right, the credit cards are fine. It's a thing. Everyone, so.
Yeah, no, it's understandable that common people like you would
fucking hell
would think that.
Please.
You're right. Geez, where do we begin? I suppose.
He's using suppose. He's never used suppose in his life. Now he's using suppose.
I suppose at the beginning. So I guess first we have to understand what blockchain is, right?
Yeah. Yes. There's so many steps that you have to go. We have to go to the past before we can go to the future.
Yeah, let's Willy Wonka this. Got to go forwards in order to go backwards.
Maybe before you do this, Steven, you lay out some of your Bitcoin and digital currency history, because you are the.
There's so much. Yeah. So yeah, blockchain has been an idea that's been around for a while. I think ever since like the 90s, but it hasn't been implemented much until Bitcoin came around, right? The first popular cryptocurrency. It's basically, blockchain's a database that instead of one company owning it, all these different nodes from around the world basically share and verify the information that gets uploaded to the blockchain. Blockchain's like a database, but it's stored in these historical blocks that are permanently in history. So you can't, and all the other nodes have to, when there's a change or an addition, they have to be verified based on the history and say, okay. So that's like the shortest.
Basically, you're saying the like you can't counterfeit it. Like it has to be a hard exchange.
Yeah, it was built so that you can't counterfeit or forge information. You could and upload it, and then all the other nodes throughout the world will say, No, according to his records and his records and that transaction, this is where this transaction went wrong. That node must be wrong. That must be the fraudulent node or whatever. So you would have to forge more than 50% of the blockchain nodes out there at the same time in order to, create something false, I guess, because they all work off verifying from each other. So it's a decentralized thing, meaning not one company owns it. It's
so
just out there. That
blockchain is the means of transaction, I guess, or is
blockchain
replacing
is like the history. It's like uploading a block of information.
Okay.
Once that block gets filled, it gets like almost like frozen in time. Like it's a historical record on the blockchain, and then it's
a lady with it's the stenographer. She's typing every transactions. So whatever happens, someone goes, read that back, and she has to go, holy shit, that was fucking forever ago.
Yes,
she goes,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's permanent historical blocks of data that are stored, and when something new comes up, it gets put all the way at the end of the chain. So there's blocks of information which are chained to another block. So that way, in order for when something new comes up, it says, okay, let me go back and look at the history. All the nodes verify. Okay. So now it's hard. I know this is hard for you guys to understand.
Oh, God damn it.
That's basically what it is.
Well, then what is Bitcoin?
So Bitcoin uses the blockchain to verify transactions. So transactions are, once they happen, they're permanent, irreversible. They get logged on the blockchain, right? So if I send you some Bitcoin, that will forever be in the records on the blockchain.
Okay, but what is being transacted between the two of us?
Pieces of Bitcoin.
Right. So the stenographer is just tracking, okay, you bought 100 Bitcoin with your useless US dollars.
Okay.
Right? Is that what you're asking? Like you're asking what's being transacted?
No, I think Jeff is asking what Bitcoin is.
Oh, you're asking what it is.
Well,
right?
No. I think Mark was kind of, I
might as well get my vaccine because
no. I think Mark was on like all right. So yeah, walk me through. I want to buy. Say I give you $100 for Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
What happens?
You give $100 to me.
Yeah, who can I buy it from? Who can I?
There's exchanges out there you can buy it from. There's apps. There's multiple.
Yeah. Let's just say you pay through an app, through a third party system. I want to buy $100 worth of Bitcoin.
Okay.
Then
it gets, the seller will send you the Bitcoin to your wallet, your long string wallet, which is yours.
And the blockchain says, I saw that fucking happen.
Yes.
I saw it.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
That's all that happens.
Right.
I know it's gotten a lot more complicated, and I'm not, I swear to God, I'm not trying to bust balls on this. I've tried to read about this. I don't understand what is happening. Like, so in the beginning of it, the value of the dollar was based on gold, or like the gold that we had, right?
Sounds like someone who never got a vaccine. Yeah.
Where's the off button?
You're right. No, Jeff, you're right. Yeah.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Where does, I don't understand where the value of Bitcoin is. Like, so I get like there's no notes, there's no paper money. It's the transaction. That's it. You have the record of the transaction. Sure, understand that. But like, what is it that makes it valuable?
Well, let's go back and talk about money in general. I mean, money itself is basically worthless until you give it to someone for the thing you want, right?
Right. Yeah. It's that
Just
guarantee
having
that
money,
you'll.
having the paper, money is basically worthless until you give it away at that moment, right? Am I high, or is this is just what my brain is thinking now?
No.
But
So yeah, so it is essentially what the concern is that there's a lot of money, especially now, being printed
sure,
to
okay,
stimulate the economy, that so people are afraid that the dollar's going to go down. Like you said, but what is the value of
right,
Bitcoin?
okay. Chance Van Der Beek's right. It is demand and supply. It's based on scarcity,
Right. There's
and
not a lot of Bitcoin.
Of what?
Of Bitcoin.
It's a digital.
So
It's a
yeah,
digital money.
you're asking why it has value.
What? Yeah. Right. Right. Where?
Because I don't know a lot about mining, but apparently it takes a lot of electricity and computer power to create Bitcoin. And there's only, as time passes, it gets harder and harder to acquire them. And there's
Right.
only a limited supply. So I think sometime in a few years, it'll get, the next halving will happen, right? It'll be even harder, even harder. So that's the idea, is that limiting the supply and making it harder to get them naturally by mining them, the value should go up.
It is essentially like a stock, almost.
Kind of, yeah.
You could kind of look at it like a stock. For instance, if you said, I want to put $100 into GameStop, and that goes up to 150, and you go, I'm gonna sell, which you wouldn't, you fucking paper-handed bitch. You would then sell it and then get 150 back. So if look at it kind of like that, like, yeah, you're like, what is it worth? You're right, you can't hold it, you can't touch it, you can't feel it, you can't fuck it, you can't do anything that you can with money.
But
yeah,
but the stock, I get the amount, but the stock, that's based on the performance of that company and their ability to increase their value.
That's right.
What are you buying? What is the thing that for Bitcoin, when you're say you're purchasing that can increase? Is it always going to increase? I mean, it's not always going to increase the performance of this, or it's not a company that can go up or down. It sounds like it can always be mined until it runs out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't understand how GPUs running in like these mountainside, cold areas, because I've read about that shit. Like, it's crazy how much power some countries are using to mine Bitcoin, and that's why we can't get graphics cards for our computers, because Bitcoin miners are buying them up and using them for this shit. I don't understand how that creates value for something. What is it? What are these cards doing that is making something valuable?
Okay.
I can't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the miners are
18 and under.
They are using their massive computers and electricity to mine Bitcoin. As it gets harder to mine, eventually it won't be worth these miners to do anymore, because what they'll be getting in Bitcoin it'll be so little that they get in the future that they're paying more in electricity to mine them than what they're actually getting. So at some point,
the mining industry will fall out.
So if you have Bitcoin that is mined, you could sell it to someone, but you're gonna not give it away for free. It's got some value because you spent all that energy getting it yourself. So I guess that's how it started to get value.
Yeah.
And then just it becoming scarcer and scarcer over time, it became more valuable that way.
And I know, so here's what's crazy is Jeff, you're not alone with like not
No.
understanding, like, I don't get it. Why is it valuable? Whatever. But what's even crazier is how much it has gone up in value, and that you could essentially pull out if you were in Bitcoin like a year ago. If you're in a Bitcoin a year ago and you had your Bitcoin and you see it go up, you can pull out.
And never pull out.
You're preaching to the choir, buddy.
Right, Mark. I'll tell you,
because I'm always in the asshole.
I don't get it.
I'm a child. All right.
I'll tell you simpletons a story.
I'm gonna push you.
No, actually, this is gonna make me look bad. This makes me look. Don't worry. I'll tell you my Bitcoin story, and then after this, we're never going back to it. We will never speak about this again because I don't want to.
Okay.
Jeff, note to self: clip this for the weekly YouTube clip.
Yeah.
All right. But nowadays, so right now, every morning when I wake up, the first thing I do is I punch myself in the dick because back in 2013, back in 2013, 8 years ago now, geez, I was super into Bitcoin. Like, I was an early adopter. I bought into it. I believed in it,
I remember you telling me
I just
remember I just moved in with Steven. He was letting me live there for a while I was trying to find my own place. And he was telling me, like, oh yeah, I bought some Bitcoin. And I was like, oh, fucking whatever, dude. And I just fucking did whatever. But yeah, go on.
Yeah. So you remember.
Yeah.
Now, back then, when I bought in, they were about $60 a piece. So compared to almost 60,000 now. So when I bought in, and this over a period of months, I didn't do this all at once, but over a period of months, I spent probably $5,000. I had 80 Bitcoin at one point.
Oh,
I would be a multi-millionaire today had I not sold them when it got to $200. What happened was, this is why I punched my dick. What happened was,
Wait, can we do some quick math here? I just want to do some quick math.
Actually, do.
Yeah.
So I had 80. Now this is back when it was new, and it was like, oh my God, what is this? Is it dangerous? Is it a scam? What is it? Is it going to tank? Back then, it was tanking and growing too. It would crash. It would come back up, crash again. So it was really weird, and like, I didn't know if it was going to last or not. Yeah, don't say the number.
Say the number.
So over a long period of time, I was holding, and then after it crashed once again, I was like, you know what? I think I'm done with this stuff. One day, it did get up to like 200 or something like that, and I said, yeah, you know what? I'm done. I'm sick of worrying about it all the time, the anxiety. I said, I think I'm going to make a profit. I'm going to sell. I sold them all. And I was able to pay off my student loans.
I remember that. I remember 15, you telling 16. Me I sold all of it and I paid off my student loans. And I was like, dude, that's incredible.
Right.
Great.
And it still is.
It is. Yeah, I can say that. And then it, years went by, and then it started to go up again. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not getting back in. I'm not going to do that. It was too much for me. That's why I don't do stocks today, because it's too much anxiety and looking at it constantly.
Yes, right.
So I can't do that kind of stuff. So I didn't buy back in, and then it just skyrocketed years later. And this is why before I go to bed every night, I flick myself off in the mirror. So I do those two things, and because so I'm familiar with crypto and the blockchain and stuff.
Can I say how much if you would have sold right now, like right now?
How much would I have had?
$4.3 million.
Okay. Yeah.
But
So,
here's the thing with that is like even then, and I understand the constant looking at the stocks because like I'll do that and I'm like, this is just fucking like this is stressful just to look at this. So to just say sell out, there is something, I mean, not $4.3 million peace of mind, but there is some peace of mind behind it. There's peace of mind behind it. Of like not getting involved in all this stuff because also it is one of those things where if you buy into it, whether it's a stock or a Bitcoin or whatever, when you purchase it, just fucking let it ride. Just hold it for a long time. Don't even look at it. It's not worth it because it is going to go up and down.
You're right. That's a good way to do it. So then so now NFTs are a thing.
Right. So now we're at NFTs.
Now we're back to NFTs. Yes. So now those have been around for a while, but now they're getting popular all of a sudden. There are sites out there that will allow you to upload. I mean, you could put up any digital asset on the blockchain, right?
So just to so I understand, you're saying this digital art. This is any sort of JPEG, PNG, any sort of digital image.
Right. Yes. Or music. People are doing it with music now. Just any digital asset. Yeah. You could create an NFT, meaning if you go through a company that puts it on the blockchain, they'll say, okay, here's the ID, here's the history, here's the thing. This, if you want to call this an original piece of art, here it is. You can try to sell it through one of these places. Like right now, I'm on Rarible.com looking at what's selling today.
People are selling insanely simple digital art because like this is like brand new. So you could say like, oh, this is the first. These are a couple of the first ones ever made. They're buying them for like $50,000, dude.
I'm with you on this. I don't get it. With this type of stuff, I don't understand. Like it's that new to me.
Mm-hmm.
To where even someone like me may not understand exactly what's
computer,
going on.
Rewind the tape 3 minutes. How much did he lose on blockchain?
Yeah, Chance just said, "Did you guys know the first purchase with Bitcoin was for a pizza in 2010? Oh, wow. Someone paid 10,000 Bitcoin." Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that's crazy. So if you look at the numbers, technically,
yeah, right.
Someone paid like a fucking $1 million for a pizza.
So this oddly enough, I understand. Like art is subjective, and the value comes from people wanting that thing, or that.
Yeah, like Pokemon cards or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. That's an object that is desired. It's rare. It's one of a kind. There can't be another one. There's demand for that object.
So I understand this, really.
But here's my thing. You show me that digital art, or you can screenshot it, right? You send it to me. Now I got it. Go fuck yourself. What's the difference between like literally the only difference is you have the quote unquote original, these ones and zeros and all this stuff that go with that official original one, and so you have it in your phone or whatever. But
you could say you got the original.
Yeah, say I got the original, and it is like there has been like a huge thing of like, oh, you can't steal these. Like obviously it's brand new. Hackers haven't figured it out, but if they do, whatever. But yeah, so people are like collecting digital art, which I also get. But there's another thing. I'm gonna do you one better.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm gonna do you one good.
Oh.
There's one just sold. You know, obviously they have basketball cards. There was one of LeBron James that did a dunk in a game. It was a highlight. You can watch this highlight on YouTube. You can watch this highlight. It's been on ESPN. It was a highlight, and it was a great moment.
Mm-hmm.
But to have it in digital form, digital card form, where it's just like, this is the clip, this is the original, you own this. Not to say that ESPN can't play it, or 1,000 YouTube videos of LeBron dunking can't be on there, but to say that this is your clip, someone bought it for $200,000.
Oh my gosh! Okay.
So that's the disconnect where I'm like,
yeah,
if I want to see that dunk, I can go online and see the fucking dunk.
Right. So this is interesting because I'm seeing like what Jeff sees and what you see.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're right. You could either screen record something or take a screenshot and have that piece too.
Right.
That you could do that, but people want to own the original to say that they have the original. You know,
I do get that being,
or they are just doing it to invest, to resell it, maybe.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Still new to me too.
Like, yeah, if you are a LeBron fan, you buy that clip and you're like, this is my clip. You know, there's 10 of these quote unquote original. There's only 10 of these clips. Only 9 other people have them in the country. There is that sort of, not inclusion. What's the fucking word? Exclusion.
So this clip of LeBron James dunking, like who created the NFT? Did like ESPN send it?
It was from a company called Top Shot. So it's kind of remember when we bought basketball cards when we were young? Upper Deck, basically.
Okay, got it.
Digital form Upper Deck.
Understood.
So yeah, that I get, because it's anybody can have the copy, but just like Steven said, nobody. I have a shirt, I think, with Mona Lisa's face on it. Nobody stops me. Nobody pays me money to line up and look at it, but they do that at the Louvre. Mm-hmm. Weird. I don't like. It's the same face. It's the same picture.
That's a great point. Yeah.
But this immediately makes me think, all right, so the value, just like real world artwork, which is very commonly now used as money laundering items, is that the whole value in this? Because you can have this item that has no value, or the value is decided by the purchasers, to be able to say, how can I legally send somebody money? Let me buy that LeBron James video off of you. You say that it's worth $200,000. I give you $200,000. I'm actually buying drugs from you, or I'm actually no. Fuck that. I don't know. Let's leave drugs out of it. It's not always drugs. Drugs aren't always bad. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I go drugs. I'm sorry, drugs.
Hey, it's okay.
Apologize to drugs.
Drugs are not the problem. It could be for horrible, nefarious things. It doesn't matter, whatever it is.
So one thing that I guess I can relate to is sneakers. You guys know that I'm a shoe head.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm taming it back a little bit, but there is, that's why the reseller market is so big, because there are only 10,000 pairs of these shoes. People buy them. They immediately go and turn around for profit on these other websites.
Yeah.
And people are making fakes, and they're making a lot of money making fake sneakers that look identical, but people think they're buying the real thing, which is awful. Like, if you buy fake sneakers, you should know that you're buying fake sneakers, and you want that fake sneaker because you just like the design. You're not paying a couple $100 for the resale value. I just want these shoes. I think they look cool. They don't have to be the original thing, whatever. But I am a little bit like that, where I'm like, it's got to be the real thing. It's got to come from the factory. And even if you see some side by side, you're like, I can't even tell the difference. Like, literally, they're getting to the point where you have to use a black light, and you're like, see how this part glows? That's how it's supposed to glow.
Jeez.
This one kind of glows. This one really glows. Like that's how. Like you need a fucking black light to tell the difference. Okay. Which in daylight walking by, who can? But the point is like I see that where you're like, I want the original. I want the way it's supposed to be, made from those kids. I want it. I want teenagers making my shoes and nobody else. Yeah. So I get that, but then again, sneaker on you're wearing it, you can hold it. It's not just like something I can go see a picture of online the exact same way it's on your phone.
Right.
But I don't know. It's a new thing, and I'm baffled by it.
Interesting.
And we're gonna clip this and put it out in 10 years and be like, dude, remember how fucking old you were, nerd? Like, and when everyone's like, it's a thing and it's fine.
That's what it feels like. Yeah.
I feel like we're talking about Jinkos right now. Like, these fucking kids.
Right.
Or like rollerblades. I don't get it. You got wheels. Like, just go to ice.
You got two in the front, side by side. You got two in the back, side by side. Who wants their wheels in a line?
Come on. Wheels. Come on.
You fall over. You got four in a corner, and you're stable that way. Yeah. It's a roller skate, goddammit.
The inventor of roller skates gets so mad.
So the art I get because I don't get it. Like, I don't understand, like, in real life, say what is the appropriate term, like real life art or regular normal art? I don't know what you call it. Like,
yeah, normal art. Sure.
When you say art, what you think of? Paintings like that. I get the digital because it's all up to the buyer, the people looking at it. And the shoes I get, but I still don't understand what the thing is that is creating the value of Bitcoin. Or like, I understand that you can use that I think even in the US they've looked at using blockchain for voting.
Yeah, they could, yeah.
There's some other uses for it. I get all that, but I don't understand where, like, Bitcoin and Doge. Is it Doge? I've only seen it written, never heard it said.
Yeah, Doge coin, yeah.
Yeah. I think it comes from everyone else's belief that it's worth something. That's all. That's literally all it is, because we all believe that the dollar's worth something, but I guess it's just paper when you break it down the same way you break down. Well, it's just a piece of internet with Bitcoin, right? So I guess it's really backed by belief, because we invented the dollar because we believe gold was worth something because it was shiny, right? We're like,
and let's let that be known. The United States invented currency. That we are the first ones to have it and the first ones to use it. That's an American thing.
Mm-hmm. Right.
God bless us.
But back in the day, it was gold, right? So we all like, oh, look at gold. This is shiny, and look how big this one is. Well, this one's worth more than this small one.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Size matters for sure. And then someone's like, well, look how big this black one is. You're like, Jesus Christ. You're like, is that real? No. So you got gold, right? And it's like, okay, well, I can't go around with gold in my pocket. That's fucking ridiculous.
Sure.
I need a pair of Jinkos to be holding my gold around like this. Okay. And so they're like, all right, let's make paper. All right. We'll do these smaller little, they look like gold. They're shiny, huh? You still get the same effect. And then it went to credit cards, and now we're just like nothingness. Like, what's in my PayPal account? Fucking nothing, really. I believe there's something in there. It's telling me there's something in there.
It's just weird, huh? It's so weird. Yeah.
So if I could set my graphics card up to create a new file that just said I owe you, and just make keep making those, could I then sell those for money? Because I promise that I'll owe you that IOU. I mean, is it just the belief that I will owe you that?
I don't know,
dude.
Yeah, you TED Talk. This is busted. Busted. I got you.
Myth busted TED Talk.
Done and done, fellas.
Okay, well, I've never been heckled in this way before.
It's interesting. I don't understand any of it, but it's I guess the world we're living in, and it's the future. And I guess I'm thinking like I don't want to be the old guy with just cash.
Yeah, isn't that weird? I think we're transitioning to a new thing, and we're part of it now.
It's being accepted by a lot of people. Some people are even getting their salaries in Bitcoin, which I guess to some people, they're like, okay, we'll give you your Bitcoin. We'll give you your numbers. They're just numbers and you know what I mean? Like that's the company thinking. They're like, they're not real dollars.
Right.
But it is. It's, I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. Like,
It's just fucking inject me with.
It is weird. It's so weird. Like, imagine you're a caveman tribe and you've lived with your caveman tribe for a long time. And all of a sudden, here comes a guy with a computer. And he's like, hey, wouldn't you be able to use this? No. I just, as long as I got something to eat, which I'm going to get myself, that's all I need. I don't need that.
Yeah. And then he shows up porn. He's like, okay, how do I work this thing?
Well, all right.
Yeah.
It feels like that. Yeah.
So this is not an episode about crypto or emerging technologies.
Financial advice.
Not financial advice. None of that. This is an episode about us being afraid of getting old. That's all this is. This is us grasping at the future that is running away from us at full sprint.
Yeah,
I just got a light ring and I learned some dances, so I'm good to go. I don't know about you old bitches, but I'm already in the future.
Oh God, you're learning to dance?
Oh yeah. I'm learning how to dance.
Everything's about trends, you know.
Yep.
Jesus.
Well, as soon as I get my vaccine, I'm going to get my asshole bleached, and I'm going to get on OnlyFans. I'll see you out there, buddy.
Okay. If you believe that OnlyFans is the way things are going, then sure.
I did do, I think we talked about this, but I did do a deep dive on like, can men make money selling feet pictures? Like,
did you really?
Yeah, I have hammer toes. I was like, dude, does that make my feet more valuable? Because that's a rare thing. Like, is there a hammer toe kink?
Look, I mean, some people invest in altcoins, you know, up and coming coins. We don't know what they're going to do. But look, some people might be into that.
Oh my God, dude. Right? Sell your picture of your feet as an NFT and you have an original.
Oh, shut up. Shut it down. Don't say it on the shut up. In podcast.
Jeff, do it.
And then you have, and only sell 5 of them, dude. Say only 5 people will see these pretty ass feet.
Yeah. Say this little piggy's gonna go away in 24 hours. Auction now,
dude.
It's like now it's like eBay for this digital art. So yeah, you could put your toes up on the auction and just say, okay, 24 hours left.
Yeah, I'll put my toes up on the auction block. I'll put my toes like in a cake or like maybe like some jams or jellies. I'll put my toes in anything that you want me to that you'll give me money for.
Yeah, maybe put them between your toes and light them and blow on them in between with your face behind a pop filter. Perfect.
Yeah, you could create a little GIF or something and sell that a little video of you just slapping the jelly and watching it slosh between your toes.
Oh my God, dude, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
You could, so basically now you're saying you can send NFTs like if it's like a short funny video.
Yeah. Sure.
You could have stamp an NFT on it and people be like, oh my God, I got the fucking funniest video on my phone and only they have it.
and it's the only one that exists, apparently.
Do we need to start making some of our clips as NFTs?
100%.
Like the bar fight shit?
Yes. Do
Like,
that and only make like 5 of them.
So, okay, the other thing is the hosting sites will charge what they call a gas fee. So if you want to put something up to sell, you have to pay a fee because it's going to cost the exchange some money to convert into Ethereum. They got to put it up on the blockchain. It costs them a little bit to do the work, so they're going to charge a fee. I don't know how much it is. I haven't looked into this too much, but yeah, we
just work that into the sale price.
Sure. Yeah, that's what you would do, but hadn't thought about that. Okay.
Anyway, we got some voicemails.
Do you want to do that? Yeah. Do you want to go to we keep saying we're going to get to these voicemails and stuff keeps coming up. So
we've got a few from Zach, very nicely, been patiently waiting for us to answer his questions. If you guys recall, we answered one of Zach's a while ago. He was the one that had the MCU Facebook fan page.
Mm-hmm.
He has gotten back in touch with us, left us a few questions. So
great.
Okay.
Let me make sure that my volume's up before I play it so I don't shit my dick off live on air.
Hey guys, I'm just going to refer to myself as MCU Zach because I'm sure I'll be calling pretty occasionally. I know you guys are behind on voicemails because I still haven't heard my last one from a few weeks ago. And this isn't really a question, it's more or less, I've been watching you guys since Bar Fight and subscribed back then and have watched every week with every upload. Just wanted to say you guys are great. Surprised you don't have more subscribers. You guys deserve like a Netflix series. Everything obviously comes to an end, so it'll be a sad day in hell when you guys upload your last video. But till then, keep it up. Thank you guys so much.
Wow.
Oh. Zach, thank you.
Thanks, Zach.
Been with us for that long. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. Yeah. It's encouraging. I mean, every upload I question myself like, geez, is this worth anything to anybody? Like I always question that when I don't really know how people feel unless seeing a comment helps me to get an idea, and then hearing something like that super helps. So thanks very much, Zach.
Yeah, thank you, Zach.
Yeah, thanks, Zach. Yeah, I think I speak for a lot of us when, or especially me, with just like, yeah, is this worth it? Is this, are we doing this right? But I mean, every time we upload and seeing some people like quote some of the comments, quote the video, or like, oh man, this like made my day. It's like, okay, all right. It doesn't have to be a lot, but if it helps people or if it makes someone laugh, then it's worth it.
It really does.
And those comments would really do keep us going. I mean, there's a lot of doubt.
It really does help to see that. Yeah.
Big. I know there's a big pat on our own backs, but I do want to thank Adam and Steve from Game Room Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
They had us on recently. It was really cool. Like, because I don't think my mom has watched anything, but my wife told her about that, and she watched that.
Oh, really?
And like, yeah, those guys were fans of ours. Like, they knew our stuff. Like, got the jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're very excited and to talk to us and enjoyed our stuff. So it was really cool to see that. Very extremely flattering.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, right. Because I mean, when you think about it, we upload a video. I'm like, geez, this is really, it's just a digital asset. Does it have value? Does it have?
Yeah.
But
And so if you go to the Hummy store, you can now buy all of our videos.
Yeah, we've sold out. The gang sells out.
Jeez, yeah, I don't know, but yeah, Zach, thanks. I mean, hearing that type of stuff helps. It really does.
Sure.
We would love to, if you know anybody at Netflix, Zach, I don't know if you do, but if you have like an uncle that works for Netflix or Microsoft or something.
Yeah, if anyone knows anybody that can help us can grow or whatever, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like we've said, I want to do this as my job. We'll figure it out.
I mean, if I hadn't sold
Well,
my
we
Bitcoin,
won't.
I would have, been able to pay you guys to do this full time, but that's why I punch myself every morning. Okay, go ahead. Next, you know what? Next question. Next.
Yeah, fuck
Next.
this. I'm out of here. Goodbye.
Here we go. Another one.
Hey guys, MCU Zach again. Had a few questions for you real quick. One of them is kind of I can get into two of them. I can get into one. Wow. One's serious question. One's dumb. What are your guys' biggest accomplishments, and then what are your guys' biggest failures? And then serious question. Everyone said, or I believe everyone's done it, and if they say they haven't, well, then they're a fucking liar. Do you guys pee in the shower? Looking forward to your answers. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah. Thanks, Zach. Oh God, yeah. I was in college once, and yes, I pee in the shower. I will admit that's so good. I was in a fraternity once in college, and we had a frat house, we had a frat party, we invited a whole bunch of people. I didn't live there. I just visited. What? Do you know the story?
I know the story.
Wait, is this an accomplishment or failure or a pissing in the shower thing?
This is a piss story. I remember I was drunk at the time, just like many people were. And I've seen people do this before me in the line. The line to the bathrooms are so long. Of course, people find shortcuts. And if you're drunk enough and you got to piss hard enough and you get desperate enough, you'll go with a shortcut. Okay?
Yeah, every time.
Someone did it in front of me, so I did the same thing. They said, I'll just go in the shower. Just to pee.
Yeah. Clothes on.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I did that. One of the guys saw
This
me.
is your place, right?
No, my fraternity's place.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, technically, I guess, yeah, we were all right. One of the guys saw me, got so pissed, and never let me hear the end of it for the remainder of my college career. Yeah, I was really embarrassed. I was like, shit, I can't believe I did that. I'm sorry. From now on, I will only do it in my own shower.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I've never shit. Never shit in the shower. I've only pissed. But
normal. That's the right.
Is that normal? Okay,
I think that's
okay. What do you guys piss? Have you?
In the shower?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not even weird, I don't think. Like,
okay.
That's how common I do it. Is like, yeah, what's the big deal?
All right. Do you guys also try to match the stream of the shower with your own stream?
Wait a minute.
Wait, you just have one single stream?
But to go back
exactly right, so you can camouflage it just for fun. Like, do you do that or no?
No, I just kind of pissed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I do want it to go down the drain first. I don't want it hanging around and then I'm kicking it around and then shower and stuff.
Okay.
But to Zach's question, I love how he did say, do you guys pee in the shower? And I hope you know that everyone does. Absolutely everyone does. All men do, I should say. I don't know. I can't speak for
everybody.
Women. Yeah, okay.
I'll speak for women.
Okay.
All women. Allow me.
Yeah.
I don't
Who
know
better?
if they do. That's a good question. We should ask a woman.
Well,
I'm telling you right now.
Is it, what was the other one? Biggest
So,
failure, biggest
Accomplishment and failure.
That's a deep one, man. I'll have to think for a while. I think I talked about one of my biggest failures tonight. But that's not really, money's not really that important. So I don't think it's that much of a failure.
That's what people with no money say.
I think my biggest accomplishment would be that I did get my vaccine and I am better than everyone else. Biggest accomplishment.
I guess like
you're stumping us, Zach. It's a good one.
Yeah, it's a great question. I guess I'll just try to keep it a little simple instead of like, I could easily say my biggest accomplishment was getting over my fear of being a dad, and that, and now I have kids, which is like the best thing in the world. I'll keep it more personal accolades because I don't feel like that's just an easy out, but I don't know about not personal accolades. That sounds fucking pretentious, but
I know, like interpersonal.
Yeah, interpersonal. I would think, man, my biggest failure, I think I would just go stand up on both. My biggest failure was in stand up, and my biggest success was in stand up too.
Really? Wait, I don't look at your stand up as any type of failure. I don't.
Oh, you should have been to some of my shows. I mean,
I guess it's all relative, right? I mean,
it's all relative, and but I think that also goes with anything that when you're trying to learn or something that is subjective, that you have to go through a lot of failure to learn to become better, I guess. And it's, I'm not near where I want to be. I don't, people think I'm funny. And if you talk to my wife, she would say he thinks he's terrible. And I question it all the time. I don't think I'm like, this isn't funny enough. This isn't good enough. Yeah, I say that, but who gives a fuck? It's like, it's the same thing we go through every day where it's just like you totally beat the shit out of yourself. But I guess to make it short, stand up was my biggest failure and stand up was my biggest success. Like I told the story on here before. I fucking ate shit so hard I got back on stage in 8 years. And then now, God willing, I'm doing my own album this summer or this fall. So that is
okay.
And that's set, and that's going to be a thing. Hopefully I can get a lot of shows under my belt, but having a track on Sirius XM is crazy. Because when I first started, I was like, I can only hope to be good enough to host at Good Nights. That was the goal. I would love to be able to do a weekend, work with X comic, and just host and get to meet them, hang out with them that weekend, go up, make people laugh a little bit, and then watch a master at work. And and then you accomplish that, and then you go, okay, is this my ceiling? I had this conversation with Dana last night. I don't know what my ceiling is. I hope I'm not at my ceiling, but you don't know. I very could well be. So, but anyway, I'll shut the fuck up. But stand up, failure, success, both.
Really?
Yeah. And just it's funny to know that your biggest failure happened in front of a room full of people watching you.
Live.
Yeah.
Trying to entertain people.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Oof. It's a shame. I'd love to do stand up, but I'd only do that if I was drinking, and I don't drink anymore. So I guess. Whap, whap.
Well, I told this story before. When I first got back into stand up after bombing my face off, I had to take what's the anxiety drug? What is it? It's slipping my mind. Xanax. I had to take Xanax the first couple times to get up on stage because I was terrified.
Oof.
Yeah. So going up on Xanax, so because I was afraid to feel anything. I mean, honestly, because if it went bad, you understand, I drove an hour away out of my city to do stand up. So no one could possibly know what I was doing if it was at all bad.
Wow.
Well, you didn't realize that I followed you, and I've got those recordings here. Everybody, let's look at the
tape. My point is go to it. You've been to a couple of open mics, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, dude, you've seen it. Some are good, some are bad.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, even being in it, like some of the guys have been doing it for 10 plus years, go up with a new idea and it fucking eats shit. And that's what's kind of like, and once you grasp that and once you understand that that's just the name of the game, then you get some sort of relief of like, it's not the end of the world.
Interesting.
Yeah. Wow. Interesting story.
Both you guys could do it. I've been around the block enough to know that both of you guys should do it. And because I would love nothing more than do a club with a podcast one night and then do our stand up, all of us, the next night. You know, it can happen.
Geez, Mark, I guess similar to yours, you're focused on this career thing, putting so much into it. I don't know. It's all like relative, you know. You could say, "Oh, your biggest failure is that," and I'm like, "Oh, no, it's not." I remember when you did all this failure stuff years ago. I thought that was your biggest failure.
Early 2000s, you were fucking up all the time.
I remember you were blacked out, but let me remind you.
Right? Yeah, I've done a lot of like stupid things in my life. I could say that's some failure there, but like now, what we're doing is risky. What I like similar to yours, Mark. What I'm doing now for this channel stuff it gives me some anxiety because it could be a biggest success or a biggest failure if it turns out I put all this work in and then something happens. Who knows? Like, could go either way,
or nothing happens.
Yeah. But that's me thinking too much right now, and I shouldn't be doing that. So.
Yeah, that's interesting that you say that. Yeah, because you could absolutely, to some people, they would view our channel as a success, right? But to you, the creator, you're thinking this might be my biggest failure, and that's wild.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it is. It is weird, but and that might be just raising the bar, dude. I remember when we had 10,000 subscribers. I was like, I can't believe there are 10,000 idiots.
But we're more
who are as dumb as we are.
No.
Yeah, my point is like there are 10,000 people who are like us, and who get our humor. That's all it is. It's like they get our humor. You know, we'd probably hang out and it would be fine. You know, have a good time. But yeah, that's very interesting. I think it's all about raising the bar. And okay, well now what? Yeah.
We all hope. Oh, I hope my biggest success will be in the future, right? What if I have kids one day? You know, what if I follow your You know, what if that happens? Then I
That
could say
be
that
your
is
biggest failure. Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, it did. I guess to our point now. Yeah.
Biggest failure up until this point. Man, I don't know. I'll ask my dad.
Funny you say that. I've got him on the line right now.
You asking for me too?
Right. Yeah. I'll tell him, you know, Dad, 5 years from now, one day I'll leave the nest. One day. You'll see. You'll see.
You're going to miss
I'll
me
be
when
a
I'm gone.
success one day. I don't know. I could name a bunch of things as a failure. You could even like micromanage your failures to every day if you want to beat yourself up that bad. But you could also do that with success too. Like I walked today a few miles. That's better than what I did yesterday, which I didn't. So that's a success, right?
Yeah.
Right, but that's not your biggest success. I mean, he is talking about biggest
I know,
success.
he's talking about the biggest. I can't think of one. I can't think of one.
Yeah.
I can only think of these small ones here and there to help
that's
me,
all right.
to help the mental state, you know.
Sure.
Saying,
Don't look too deep.
I checklist. Yeah, I did this.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, Jeff, what do you got? You got success, failure?
Man, I've been thinking about it the whole time. You know, and barring obviously, you know, finding somebody that loves me, that I love, that you know, all that stuff. That obviously, but and this is not a fun answer. Not, but like I don't have any successes or real failures because I don't put myself out there. I don't do anything. I don't try anything. I don't.
I would say that's a failure.
Yeah. So everything.
Like you said, Jeff, you found someone, and also like I could tell you guys successes that you've had. Maybe you don't think of them that way. But you guys mentioned them tonight. Not your biggest, but notable ones. Like you said, like just earlier, Jeff, you said, "Oh, well, I used to drink. I don't anymore." How in the world did you control that? How did you stop that? That is hard to do.
Yeah, you were in it too, boy.
How did you quit drinking like that? That is very hard to do. I consider that a success.
For sure, absolutely, yeah.
Well, you piss your pants at your uncle's Christmas party and try to dry it with the little propane torch that he has in his garage. That makes you think. You can't go back in with wet pants. They're going to see all your piss pants. Well, you better dry it off with something. Oh, we got a torch. That'll do it. Yeah, real genius.
Is that the thing that started the idea to not?
Oh, no. Actually, the God's honest truth, the thing that started the whole me not drinking anymore was we made a video. We did the doctor's video.
Yeah, we did a skit years ago.
Yeah, and I saw myself on video from the side, and I thought, "Oh fuck, that can't be what I look like." I just look like a bloated piece of shit.
Camera adds 10 beers.
Those were IPAs. Those were heavy, high-calorie beers.
Yeah.
Dude, you're right. Yeah. We don't see
ourselves. I remember you saying that. It was like literally you saw that video and you're like, I think I'm done. And just quit. It was unbelievable.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, and you know, and I don't have great impulse control. I was always I'll have one, and then every night I was attempting to drink all of the beers. I couldn't just have, you know, a casual. So I was like, nah, I'll just go ahead and get rid of this. But drinking is great. I love that people love to drink. I want people that enjoy it to enjoy it as much as they can, as much as they want to. It's just not for me. I got too good. I retired.
Okay.
Went out on top.
Nice.
All right.
It's a very hard thing. It's a very hard question to see what your highs and your lows are, your accomplishments and your failures. It's probably much easier for others to see those and decide those for you.
That would have been fun if we all just started that back. Let's just all tell each other what their biggest failures.
Yeah,
is.
right. Do you guys want to go around and say things we hate about each other?
Yeah, let's say one thing we hate about each other.
We're in the truth tree. It's Festivus, early Festivus, airing of grievances.
Please, not my voice. Not my voice.
Oh, not my skinny legs. Please don't mention my skinny little legs.